Hello, good evening. We're here with Wednesday Night Zweihander, which we normally don't do. We've got a new group of faces here. We're going to do character creation tonight, and depending on time, we'll get into our first adventure. We're going to do a horror-based adventure by the name of The In-Between that Sean Van Dam, Amy award-winning Sean Van Dam, wrote. This will be my second time running it. It's a very good adventure, so I'm happy to run it again and see how another bunch of players tackles it. So session 0, character creation. We'll do a little bit of bonding and things like that as well. Thank you for the follow. And yeah, we'll see how much time we have left. So I'm going to do a little round table, let everybody introduce who they are. And if they've got anything going they want to plug, they can go ahead and do that. So I'm going to start in order of my overlay. Irene is up first.
Hi, I'm GM Irene. You can find me on Twitter at DM Irene DB, all one word. Mostly what I do is I make tabletop stuff, and then I have my own show that I do once a month for Battle Group Valkyrie, because I'm also the social media person for Battle Group Valkyrie. But yeah, right now we don't have anything going on there, but we will be returning in September.
Very good. Will, welcome to the channel. Good to have you here. I think you're muted, Will.
Not getting audio.
It's okay. It's live. Something's gonna go wrong at Will. As long as you accept that, we can hear you now. As long as you accept that something will go wrong.
Yeah, it's this thing falls into my lap and gets hit.
It's always the headset mute.
Yeah.
Takes you the extra 15 seconds to find it too. Yeah.
Right.
So, Will, welcome. Good to have you here. This is your first time playing Zweihander.
Right.
And do you have anything you want to promote?
Not today.
Okay.
Not yet.
Cool. Hey, no pressure.
To me, it's until something's completed, it's vaporware, you know.
That's true. It doesn't really exist. Yeah. Good point. Adam, welcome to the channel. Good to have you here.
Everybody, I'm kind of just a random nerd, nothing really to plug in terms of internet content. Just looking to learn the rules, and Matt was the first person to say yes, so here we are.
All right. Oh, hopefully no pressure. Hopefully I do a good job.
First experience, don't screw it up.
Yeah, right.
I will judge this entire game based on you and you alone.
It was funny. We did these quickly side story. We did Gen Con. We had volunteer GMs. I ran one game, and the only person who gave feedback was he has a good grasp on the rules. And I was like, oh, phew, thank God. Seeing as how I run the damn channel and games on it all the time for the last couple of years, I hope I have a good grasp on the rules. This guy knows nothing. That would have been terrible. That was the only feedback I got. So I was like, oh, that's good feedback, I guess. Sean, welcome to the channel. Good to have you here.
Thanks. I'm Sean, and it's probably my first time gaming since 1994. So,
awesome.
You know.
What were you playing in 94? Let me ask you that.
Harn Master.
Okay.
I like the crunchy games, lots of numbers and lots of detail, which Harn is just ridiculous. I was glad to see it's sort of still around. Glad to see a lot of the games that I played back then were still around in very different forms. But I loved, Warhammer back then, and Zweihander. I just happened to see it, bookstore, and kind of flipped through it, and then a couple of days later, I got online, looked it up, and ordered all 3 books, and found the Discord and started thinking, well, let's get back into gaming.
Yeah, I'm glad you found us. Discord's it's been a pretty good place for bringing folks together and kind of centralizing all that. I ended up getting a free PDF of the book. I don't know, a year or two ago. Daniel was giving it away, and I saw it. I was flipping through the PDF. I was like, I need a print copy of this. I need, I especially something that big. You can't do in just PDF. But back then they only had the Drive-Thru RPG print on demand books. So it's like way thicker than the current one, even because the print on demand quality is not as great as the current stuff. So I'll hang on to that thing because you can't get it. That's now a collector's item. You can't do print on demand anymore. That giant phone book. And finally, we have Ignacio, or Nacho, as he wants to be called, or as he's known. He's Eternata on the Discord. He's also one of the librarians putting out materials, original material for Zweihander. So welcome. Good to have you here and good to finally see your face.
Yeah. Hi, Matt. How everyone? How's everyone doing? Well, glad to be here for the first time giving a play through Zweihander on live Twitch. Will be weird. I'm started writing for Zweihander as a content creator on October last year, and it's been great community, very supportive on everyone. So I'm very, very happy to joining.
Yes. No, it's good to have you here. You should check out the many, many products that he's put out on the Grim Imperialist Library. Yeah. All right, so we're going to kick off with character creation. Before that, we're going to do a little walkthrough. The folks who are watching us can't really see it, but we'll do just like a little general walkthrough on Roll20 and where to find things. So on the right-hand side of all your screens, on the very top, you should have a few icons. I don't know which ones you see. I see more than you do, but the second or third icon in the top right-hand corner should look like a newspaper or a character sheet. It's got like lines and a square. That's where the character sheets are housed. So if you go ahead and click on that, there should be a folder. It's the very first thing in there, and it's named the in-between. If you click on that folder, it'll expand, and there's going to be character sheets. Irene's is going to be first, and there's going to be 4 more with nonsense names that Roll20 has just filled in there on their own when I created these character sheets. So go ahead and I want you all to click on one, and you're going to edit it and put your name in there to claim it as your own. So don't everybody click on the top one. Put your name in there all at the same time. The way you can do that, so once you click on it, you're going to get a window that pops open. It's going to have 3 tabs: bio and info, character sheet, attributes, and abilities. Click on edit in the top right-hand corner, and the first field that you're going to see is name. You can just go ahead, type in your own name for now, and then click save changes down in the bottom. And that'll claim your character sheet that you're going to start filling in as we do character creation.
The auto-gen name it gave me is hilarious, so I put that name in parentheses after mine because I might want to use this.
All right.
the
random gibberish names.
Yeah, no, it's technically pronounceable. I think if it's Northern European, maybe soup E00.
Sounds like some sort of Twin Peaks backwards talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Twin Peaks.
The other thing, so we all got a character sheet. So what you can do is when you're done with it, also you can double click on the top bar, and it'll like minimize it on the playing field, and you can just like double click on it again to bring it back up. It's neat. It's like a window in Windows.
Sorry.
You can minimize your character sheets if you want as we walk through this. So the next thing on the top, next to the character sheets, I believe should be a circle with a lowercase I in it, and that's going to be our compendium. So you'll see alignments, ancestries, archetypes, professions, character creation, combat actions down the line. We're going to use this once we start rolling and we get our professions and all that to just copy and paste information over to your character sheet. It'll save us so much time by doing this. Back in the old days when this wasn't available and you had to like write it all out. So this will be very handy. We're going to use this in conjunction with rolling. So the other thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to roll dice to make characters. And what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way over to the left-hand side of the screen. You should see a gray bar on the left-hand side at the top. It's got like an arrow in it, maybe a paintbrush, a magnifying glass, a circle with a ruler in it. Do you guys all see that over there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Click the button that looks like a D20, and that's going to bring up a dice roller. Everybody find that?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So the middle thing is an advanced die roller, and this is going to be the easiest way for us to roll stats, because stats are 3d10 plus 25. So you can actually do roll 3, do the drop down 10, and then the last field just put a 25 in there. So when we roll our stats, you can just hit that 6 times. You've got your stats. There's no math involved. It's the best. It's the best, easiest way to do it.
Beautiful.
Right? So
3d10.
3d10 plus 25. It's like the idiot's way or the guide to making characters. It's all here for us. So
you build the math into the machine. You let the machine do the work.
Right? And then Skynet. then it's over. So Nacho's starting with his stats. So let's let him roll. I want everybody to do them in order so they don't get like all jumbled together. So just do yours down the line. Nacho, do the remainder of your stats.
I did 2, right?
3d10 plus 25. Yeah, yours are right. And we're using the Great Paris method, so that means what you roll is down the line on your character sheet. So you got to roll 7 times. 7 times.
Yeah.
And then on your character sheet, we'll jump back in here. I'll look at your character sheet with you. Then you click on, so you got the 3 tabs across the top: bio and info, character sheet, attributes, and abilities. Click on character sheet.
Yeah.
And now you're on
that
the
was very
actual.
confusing. It's like
You're on
Will
the
and I
actual-
picked the same one. So it
Oh,
got
did you guys?
confusing. Yeah. So,
So-
let me get this guy.
So you can now plug those stats in down the line, like combat, brawn, agility, perception. You can
Oh.
put them in on your character sheet.
Nice.
Who wants to go next? Is that Will? Who? Or I just see rolling 3d10 plus 25 in the chat there.
That looks good. Yeah, I think that is Will.
Yeah.
Okay. Sean's going down the line.
There it goes.
Where's the number?
52. Okay. Now I see it.
50. Yeah, it's weird it didn't pop up. Maybe Roll20 was just going a little slow because I saw the rolling 3d10 plus 25, but nothing was below it there for a while. We'll start his, so we'll just have Will roll 6 more times, and then we'll jump back to yours, Sean. We'll keep your top number there. 52 is a good number.
Where did the results show up?
Over in the chat on the right-hand side.
Oh.
Yeah, 52 is amazing.
Oh, there
Flounder.
it is.
Jeff, J-Knob, 50 is nice. Yeah, it's decent stats there. All right. Will, you got all yours done?
Yeah. Yep.
Just top back to your character sheet, plug them in down the line. Are you able... Any questions on the character sheet?
Nope. I'm
Okay, perfect.
putting in the last one. So they're
Sean,
on.
go ahead and roll 6 more. Or 6 more times. Okay. And then you can plug those in on your
That
character
first
sheet
one.
down the line. And we got Adam and Irene. Who wants to roll next? It's a roll off.
You want to go, Adam?
You can go first.
I'll go for Okay.
Woda, good to see you here. Thanks for dropping by.
Ooh.
Whoa, whoa!
Whoops.
3D
I missed
100.
that up. I missed that. That's bad.
I've never seen a 176.
Okay, let's try it again. Okay, that's a 36. 45, 38, 43. That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Obviously, there's a
5,
starting stat that's astronomical, but like, is it
6,
possible to get your stats over 100? Like, is that it?
7.
No. You can make a deal with a demon in Zweihander to maybe do that. That is possible. But Woda, I had to remove the takedown song because Twitch was hammering down on all the copyright and stuff. Remember the takedown I did for you with the Bob Seger? It's gone, unfortunately, because of Twitch and their damn rules. I know, right? Oh no. All right, Irene's are done. Adam, you are up. Man up to your damn rules, Twitch. We want our Bob Seger on our streams.
Great, I'm gonna have night move stuck in my head now.
Yeah. Hey, there's worse songs that have stuck in your head. 52. Holy shit. Even the 44s are good.
Cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more.
One more?
Yeah, there's 7, isn't there?
You tell me,
7.
man.
Yeah, there's 7. I have a character sheet here. I still have to count. I still have to count all the time. I don't have all the skills memorized. I honestly, when I run it, I have a character sheet open next to me. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you for the follow. 33. That is not good. That is not so good. All right, so you have your stats plugged in. There is a mercy rule in Zweihander now where you can change one of your stats to a 42. You can do it now. A lot of people take the lowest stat, or you can wait till you see what your profession is and then go back, because based off what you end up rolling for your profession, you might want to change a different stat than what is your lowest. So just keep that in mind. I like to move on, and you can come back to it. Or if you want to turn that 33 into a 42 right now, you can. It's up to you. I don't know. But fellowship might not be important. That would be your fellowship stat. Might not be important to the profession you end up rolling. All right. So next, you determine. I got my book here. So I have to flip through this. Your ancestry, your sex and ancestry. So you can make whatever you want. You choose for both of these. So whatever sex. And for ancestry, you can choose. You can roll. I don't care.
Oh, I'm rolling. I'm
Roll.
going all random.
Do you want to go like... So there's the two tables. There's the one in Player's Handbook that has humans along with dwarves, ogres, elves, gnomes, halflings. Or there's the one in the regular book that's just the demi-human ancestries.
No, I'll do the D6 like was it Will suggested?
All right. We'll make humans a 1. So roll me a D6. A 1. You're a human, damn it.
D6. And that should be 0.
Right? You rolled a 1.
Oh no, I was playing with the numbers over here. I don't know what I did.
Okay, so we'll take the second one then. So you're a gnome. So if you plug, so this sheet is actually intuitive. If you go to the very top of your character sheet, it's going to ask you for a number of fields. When you scroll back up on that first page, it'll ask you your name, age, social class, sex, ancestry. For your ancestry, plug in gnome, and it'll automatically apply the ancestral modifiers to your stats you've just plugged in. So you'll notice your stats change. Again, it's automated. You don't have to do any of this. It's great. It's way easier than making a character in person. So it's beautiful. As long as you spell it right, it'll do it. Irene, you wanted to be an ogre, correct? So go ahead and just plug ogre in. Does anybody else want to roll randomly for their ancestry?
Yeah, I'll roll D6.
Okay.
I will open myself to the will of RNGesus. What do we got here?
Oh, a human. Boom.
All right.
You're a human. The D6 has willed it.
Be it your will.
I actually rolled like D6 first, like way back.
Oh,
I rolled a
did you?
3.
A
What is a
3?
3?
You're an elf.
An elf.
Elf.
All right.
Irene's being the ogre. I don't think
First
it's a
time
new,
for everything.
I don't know if it's a new sheet Woda since you played. I think it's the same sheet. It's always had that functionality. So who's left? Nacho.
No, I'm staying human.
Human? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'll let everybody be in their comfort zone. All right, so let's go down the line. Who are my human? Will, you're... No.
Elf.
Adam's a human.
I rolled human.
Adam's a human. Nacho's human. Sean, you were a gnome?
I am.
Okay, so I'm gonna go through it. And we're gonna roll our ancestral traits. So, unlike some games where every human has the same racial traits and abilities and things like that, in here you roll randomly, and every human's gonna be a little bit different. So, Adam, go ahead and roll me a D100. You can also plug that into that advanced die roller. Just do a roll for roll. Put 1 on the drop down menu. You can select a D100 and clear that last field to 0, and you can just roll. It's gonna be D100s for here on out for the rest of character creation.
Okay. So D100 plus 0?
Plus 0, yeah.
Right.
Adam, Jen, thanks for stopping by. Aren't you playing tonight, Adam? What are you doing here? 20. So you got Dauntless. So you can look this up in the compendium in here. If you go over to that circle with the eye, you can actually type in Dauntless, or you can go to the humans and you can go to under the ancestries and find their ancestral traits. What that means is you are immune to the effects of the Intimidate skill and cannot be stunned or knocked out. That's huge. That's actually really, really good.
Cool, I'll take it.
So you can go ahead and plug that on your character sheet. Where I like to plug these in, I'll walk everybody through this as well, because it's a little confusing, the layout on the character sheets on where this stuff goes. There's not always a nice, pretty place for it. If you're looking at your character sheets, in the very middle, you should see a circle. It says corruption. There's a 0 in it. Are we all there? It's like the nice anchor that we can start from. You go down, you got a thing that says background below that difficulty rating. And then there's tabs, skills and attributes, talents and trappings, magic rituals, rewards and tiers, all open. Where you're going to put this information is you're going to click on talents and trappings, scroll down, and then there's going to be on the left-hand side a section that says talents, and it says modify plus add buttons. just go ahead and press add, and you get a field that says show. I'm doing it on Will's sheet right now. If he's watching me do it, you get a field that says show, and you also get like a play button or an arrow. If you click that, it drops down a fillable field, and you can just copy and paste what Dauntless does in that field. Does that make sense? Everybody follow along with me there? Okay. So you can go ahead and plug Dauntless in there, Adam. And Nacho, please roll me a D100.
Huh?
32. If we roll the same, we're also re-rolling, because it's no fun to have two that are the same.
Esoteric memory.
Esoteric memory, yeah. When attempting to recall a particular detail or remember a fact, you always succeed at a scrutinized test. That's also very useful.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Irene, you're my ogre.
I am.
Let's jump to ogre. Roll me a D100, please.
I got a 52.
50.
That is Mighty Fuse.
Oh, what does that do? You are able to wield any two-handed melee weapon with one hand. This also means you may freely take advantage of the adaptable quality for weapons using one hand. Whenever you gain the benefits of the adaptable quality, you may add a +2 to total damage instead of +1. Very nice. Mighty Fuse. Yes, that's correct. Flounder. Mighty Fuse. All right, Will, you are a elf.
Right.
Roll me a D100, please.
All right.
If I'm going too fast for me to, let me know. We'll pump the brakes. I know this is everybody's first time. This is like my 100th time going through this.
49.
I am having some trouble actually editing the text box. Like I can change the title of the talent to Dauntless, but
Yep.
I can't change the text away from you can use both hands with equal finesse.
Okay, I'll jump in
First-
there. What was it, sorry?
Firstborn.
Firstborn. So whenever learning new magic, so hopefully you're a caster, you always succeed at your incantation test.
Yeah, all my
Addition-
stats are like physical, but
Additionally, you never have to sacrifice reward points to finalize the process, and you can learn more in... It just ends.
Your
Oh, in
stats are
chapter
all
10.
cool, but you're really great at learning magic. You just can't cast it.
I usually...
Here's a rat catcher.
I usually... So... This is a house rule for me. I usually allow one reroll. So, like, say somebody gets a profession they really don't want or anything like that. So, if you want, you can always go back. I'll let you hang on to that reroll if you don't like what, or if you do like what you rolled, and you want to go back and roll a different.
right.
Thank you, Adam, for the cheer. If you want to roll a different ancestral trait, I'm good with that. So keep that in mind, everybody. I always allow one reroll. Adam, let me jump into your character sheet here and take a look.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm gonna get rid of those big red boxes at the top of everybody's character sheets too as I go into all of them.
Way at the bottom. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. If
I
I'm
just found that.
or if it's like a permissions issue. When I punch the modify button, it just turns the whole thing yellow. It doesn't actually let me modify anything.
That's weird, because the permission is like anybody can do anything in these sheets right now. Like you could all jump into each other's sheets and mess around with them if you wanted to.
You don't have to press the modify button, Adam. You just click on the box.
The box that says you can use both hands with equal finesse, like that's just like text that's
Oh,
always in there.
I was
Like
trying to
sample
delete
text?
out the text. Apparently, you just start typing. That was the problem.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Thanks.
All right,
Kudos.
who do I have left? Sean?
Yes.
And you rolled what, a gnome?
Yep. With an 88.
88. Underfoot. Oh, add +3 to your initiative. That's good.
Yes.
That is very good. Wow. Okay.
What was it? Underfoot?
Underfoot. Jeff Janov, one of our regulars here in the channel, he says reroll. Just wait, Jeff. What if he gets a caster? He'll want it. Oh, Adam's okay. So I'll tell you what. Sorry, I'm catching up on chat here, and somebody donated bits to give you a free reroll. So Will, go ahead, reroll your ancestral trait, and it won't
Okay,
count.
sweet.
Somebody donated money to let you reroll. Adam Rose, not just somebody. Adam Rose, the principal here at Grim Perilous Studios.
Awesome. Thanks, Adam.
Enduring mortality. You never suffer the debilitating effects of any disease, aging, or sickness, even by the hand of magic.
Cool.
It's interesting. Interesting. All right. It's better than the casting one if you're not a caster. Okay. Has everybody filled in their ancestral trait on their character sheet before we move forward?
Yep.
I like it. So that's a nice thing about programming it into that talent as well. So when we're playing and you go, Matt, I'm going to use underfoot. I'm going to be like, I don't know what that is. Can you hit the show button and show me? And it also shows everybody who's also watching. They can see it exactly what the talent is. Because I don't know all of them. Adam, how many are in the game? Like 200? I'm sure he doesn't know all of them by memory also. He might. I don't know.
So does the 3 for initiative get like added in automatically up here where it says like initiative or something?
No, so you're going to have to put that in on your own.
Okay.
I'm going to hop into your character sheet and take a quick look here. Which one is yours?
Sternwald Gundersfarm.
Perfect. Thank you. So in your initiative, you have a 7 in there currently? Yeah, you can just put add 3 to that.
They do anything to mark immunity to intimidate, stun, or knockout?
There we go.
No, it'll just be situational. You'll have to remember it when it comes up. When an NPC uses it against you, you'll be like, no, they don't. Or they could use it, but they've wasted the turn because I'm immune to it. What it says, I am gonna murder your name. I'm terrible with names, Sean. I'm sorry. I warn you now, in the chat's even saying I'm gonna murder your name, and he's not wrong.
The character's name?
Sternwald's not that bad. Come on now.
Sternwald Grundersfarm.
Do I have to say it like a Sternwald? Is that a requirement?
It is. Sternwald.
Chen says it's a fantastic name. It is. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to determine our archetypes. And once we have our archetypes, that's going to determine our professions. So I'm going to go in order of how you're all listed on the stream here. So Irene, go ahead and roll me a D100.
Got a 31.
31. So you are a commoner. Roll me another D100.
Oh man, I'm really hoping for Blitzballer.
Is it under commoner? Because I know you told me you wanted. It is.
It is.
You told me you wanted to be an ogre blitzballer.
I got a 38. I'm not a blitz. I'm a footpad.
You are.
No, sorry. I'm a. What did I roll?
38 is a cheap jack.
The cheap jack.
In main gauche.
Yeah.
Cheap jack.
That's like a stadium seller, if I remember correctly, isn't it?
I don't know. I've never had a cheap jack in my games. This is a first.
Like a roving kind of generic salesman, like on the street level.
Oh yeah. I'm looking at the picture. It's exactly what it is. Grease the wheels. Whenever you fail a bargain or counterfeit test, you may re-roll to generate a better result, but must accept the outcome.
If you Discworld, the recurring background character, Cut Your Own Throat Dibbler, he's a cheap jack.
So you can keep it, or you could also cash in your re-roll here if you want. You could even re-roll under the commoner table if you want, and take the one of the two. Yeah, how much do you want to be a blitzballer? It's such a small chance, though. It's 14 to 20 on a D100 is blitzballer.
You know what? Let's do the reroll.
Okay. And if you get the same thing. Oh my, you got blitzballer. 14 to 20 is blitzballer.
Awesome.
Well worth it. All right, Irene gets what she wants, an ogre blitzballer.
I regret nothing.
Thank you.
That is awesome.
I'm delighted to have encouraged that.
How did that happen? Says Woda in the chat. I don't know. The dice gods just smile down upon.
Praise our Jesus.
Yeah. They're keeping track of that for later.
They absolutely are. Oh my god.
All right.
Like the book of names.
So Irene, go ahead. You have blitzballer in front of you. I was gonna say go into the compendium, start copying it all over, but I guess you gotta do it manually. But I'm sure you don't mind.
I absolutely do not mind.
All right. Will, let's go ahead and do yours. You're up next on the overlay. So a D100 to determine your archetype. And again, if we get any like doubles in like professions, like we reroll. That's like a free reroll. We don't want to have any doubles in this. Socialite. Roll me another D100, please. 15. A courtier. Oh no, wait, I'm looking on the wrong book. Oh, man, gosh.
Still a courtier.
Yeah. You want to stick with it, or do you want to re-roll and take the one that looks better to you?
Can you said you get one re-roll for everything at the end, like over?
Yeah, you can choose at the end of what you want to re-roll.
I don't really want to re-roll too much. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna roll with it.
When it's
Go
not
random.
so they start with Machiavellian intrigue. Whenever you fail an eavesdrop or scrutinize test, you may re-roll to generate a better result and accept the outcome. And eavesdrop and scrutinize, they happen quite a bit. Those are pretty common skills.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with it.
Cool. So all your information is available in the compendium. If you look up, type in the profession's name, you'll be able to get all of it. So what you're going to want to do is, all of you are going to want to do this. This is going to be a bit tedious. You can also do this between games. This doesn't need to happen right now tonight either. You can come into Roll20 at any time in this game and you'll have access to your character sheets. But if you go to the rewards and tiers button, so there's the 3 buttons: skills and attributes, talents, trappings, magics, and rituals. You click on rewards and tiers. You're going to transcribe the advances table listed for your profession into Roll20 under that basic tier page. Like I said, it doesn't need to happen tonight. You do get 9 points to buy things off that table to start at character creation. You get to buy 9 things off there. So it'll be handy tonight to get it in there, but I know it is time consuming. But you do get to buy 9 advances off of that table. So as you start filling it in, you can start picking 9 things.
You just click the circle next to it to say you have it.
That says you have it, but it doesn't transfer over. Like, so if you take like a bonus to your brawn bonus, a +1 to BB or something like that, you still need to actually like physically put the increase on there. But we can go over that. It's Adam's turn to determine what he is playing for this. So D100, please.
Unmodified D100.
Yeah.
All right, punch it.
I gotta go back to the roller. 6. Oh, you could be a caster possibly. All right, academic. All right, roll me another D100. The casters are under the academics.
What do we got here? Another unadjusted 16.
16. Antiquarian?
Antiquarian.
All right, let's see what that's all about. Switch your abilities. Antiquarian. So you got bookworm. Multiply your IB, that's your intelligence bonus, by 3 to determine how many focuses you may possess. Focuses are like specializing in skills. So when you take mental peril or physical peril, you don't. When you take mental and physical peril, you get minuses to your stats, like any bonuses you may have in them or skill ranks you've bought in them. If you have focuses, they ignore those. So it comes up sometimes. Not everybody buys focuses. You can re-roll your profession if you want.
How many more things are left to roll in this process? I don't know how valuable
most of it now is like flavor. It's like the season you were born, the color of your eyes, your height, your weight, your hair color. Like it's flavor text from here on out. The only other thing that's really is like your alignment. That's up to you. Like I don't like hammer on anybody for not playing their alignment either. Hey, Chromatic Chimera with the 12-person raid. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks
yeah, Antiquarian is neither particularly interesting nor particularly bad. So let's
roll again.
Maximum chance of funny. What do we got here?
2. Adherent.
Ooh, that's like a cultist type, isn't it?
Yes. I think you might be a caster.
Makes better sense with Dauntless.
Yeah, you have access to divine magic. So rolling a caster is like really, really hard, and the chance is really low using this method. So you have a caster.
All right, I'll take it. I'm an adherent.
So you start with turn the other cheek. Any creature that is classified as a humanoid, including other ancestries, suffer a -20 base chance to strike you with attacks until you initiate violence towards them or their allies. In addition, you automatically understand how to use the Ritual of the Blessed Sacrament. And you have access to divine magic right out of the gates.
Okay, so I'm a cultist for one of the bright and fluffy gods.
Exactly. But the bad side is, so whenever you roll a chaos die when casting magic, if you get a 6, you get a chaos manifestation, which is bad. You like grow a tail or a second head and things like that. So that's the downside. It's all good. You hear that other stuff like, oh, people can't hit me and all that, but when things go bad, they're gonna really go bad for you.
That's this game's like wild magic table
Yes.
or whatever. Like
Ex-
so
Exactly.
I want a second head.
Right? 2 heads are better than one.
That's
if
right.
we end up having an extra, maybe we can transplant it. Pass the second head around.
That's right.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We're doing character creation today. We've got a brand new group. These are mostly people who are brand new to Zweihander, the majority of them. So we're doing character creation as a group. And then depending on how much time we have left, we're going to jump into the first session for the adventure, the in-between. All right, Sean, it is your turn. Roll me a D100, please.
Got an 86.
I've lost my table. I've got too many books open in front of me. 86. Where are we now? 86 is a warrior. Ooh, all right. Now we got our fighty type. Go ahead and roll me another
44.
44. A henchman. So do you have main gauche?
Yes.
Because this is another one that's found in main gauche. Henchman.
Henchmen are so cool, honestly.
Here we go, henchman.
Oh, wow. The picture looks cool, too. Fair share. Add 3 to your encumbrance limit. In addition, whenever you negotiate your rate of pay, add your fellowship bonus in the type of coins you will be paid in. For instance, if you're being paid in Steviador and you have a fellowship bonus of 4, you would be paid 6 per day rather than 4. Your drawback is treat the result of a 1% on a percentile die as a critical failure, no matter whether you would have succeeded or critically succeeded a test. Oh yeah, because you want to roll. Yeah, you want to roll low in this game, right? So a 1 is a critical success. So if you roll a 1, that's bad for you.
I think I'm going to re-roll that one.
Okay, go ahead. Roll me another D100, please.
You got 75.
75. A
What
cell
is it?
sword. Cell sword is good. All right, cell sword's in the main
All right.
book. I've had a
Do I
cell
put
sword.
do I put the archetype anywhere in here or just the professional?
No, you can record it like in the background section, but it doesn't really matter from here on
Okay.
out too much. Cell sword. You never suffer serious injuries. That's huge. Because injuries will kill you. Injuries will end your character in this game. They eat up fate points. There you go. That right there is worth it. Cell sword. All right. Nasho, let's roll your profession.
Let's see.
80. We got a socialite. Roll me another one, please.
We have a socialite, right?
We do have a socialite, but we'll see what you roll for your profession.
Go.
67. We could do a knave or ranger if we don't want to overlap it like any of the backgrounds. Do we want to do that? I don't know. Let's see what you rolled here. 67.
Provoke.
A quacksalver.
Oh, patent medicine, dude.
Yeah.
It's
Glorious.
67 is a provocateur in main gauche, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Did I read it wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Socialite. 60. Oh, yeah, it is a provocateur.
That sounds kind of cool.
Provocateur. Shaken, not stirred. When you fail a charm or eavesdrop test, you may re-roll and take the better result.
Kind of like two face characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got a face character already. You wanna re-roll?
Yeah, we have a one. Or I could go. Yeah, I'll roll this one.
We don't have a knave or a ranger. Roll me a D2. Roll me a D2. Let's go off one of these 2 tables here.
Excuse me?
Let roll me a D2. Just in the chat, type /R space D2. We're gonna get a well-rounded group here. We're gonna get a little bit of everything. We don't want to have 2 face characters or too much overlap.
Dash?
Yep. / or \R. Oops.
D2?
D2. Yep.
Nope. Or is there one slash? It's the backslash.
Yeah. Go ahead, just roll me a D4 then. Just hit D4 on the thing. 1 and 2 is 1, 2 and 4 is, or 3 and 4 is 2. Okay, so we're gonna roll in the knave profession. So now roll me a D100. We're cheating a bit here. Knave. Footpad. So footpad's in the main book. Oh.
Yeah.
Let's head over there. Where are you, footpad? There we go. So, sneak attack. Whenever foes are surprised or outnumbered 6-1 or more, add an additional d6 fury die to damage or you do against them. You must use a weapon that has the fast quality. In addition, when using movement subtype of stealth, you do not have to add an additional AP cost. So you want to say a footpad or you want to re-roll?
No. Sneak attack.
Sneak attack? You want to keep the sneak attack?
Sneak attack.
All right,
Yeah,
we got a
sneak
footpad.
attack.
All right, you're a sneaky sneak character. So this might be the point. So now that you guys know what you're playing, you know what what's key to your characters and which stats they're going to rely on probably the most, is the time to go back and change one of your stats to a 42. Now that you know what you're playing.
So if all mine are above 42 but 1, I just make that one 42.
Yeah, you can just make that one a 42.
I'm gonna change fellowship from 39 to 42.
Okay. Beautiful. So, and everybody understands transcribing that table onto that sheet, on your character sheet, that area on your sheet?
I don't know.
Yep.
Fellowship is my lowest stat, but I also kind of like the comedy value of like being like a member of this like bright and fluffy religion, and I myself as an individual am just this grumpy sourpuss. Like,
Woo!
I like it. I like it.
Curmudgeons unite.
yeah, I don't know. I think fellowship is more likely to be useful for me than intelligence, right? Because divine magic doesn't.
Well, no, intelligence is going to be for casting. Incantation is under intelligence. Oh,
No,
no, it's
it's
under
willpower.
willpower. No. Yeah, intelligence is not going to be... Intelligence, like your IB is going to help you. Bear with me here. I'm just going to flip back.
The IB is the spells.
Yeah,
The amount
like the
of
number of
spells you
spells,
can-
right? So
Yeah.
intelligence is important to you
Okay.
because you are a caster.
All right. Versus fellowship. Like when you guys were saying we already had a face, you were not talking about me, right?
I don't know. Is Will our face?
Me,
Will's the face.
the courtier.
Perfect.
You're
So
the Murdoch, Adam.
I'm leaving you in charge of like bargaining and charming people.
With
It's
Sean-
42 we're replacing with.
Yeah, Sean's our warriors. He's our BA Baracus.
Yeah, but it's funny that gnomes have a -1 for combat and brawn.
You're compensating, right? For
That's
something.
right. That's right.
I love when a plan comes together. So you have 1,000 points at character creation to buy advances. So the first 100 that you spend is buying into your profession, and that's why I say you have 900 left. So every time you buy an advance on that table, that chart that you're transcribing over, it costs 100 experience. So that's why you get to buy 9. You can select 9 things off there. There's a combination of bonuses, pluses to skill rolls, and there's even like traits and talents that are listed on there at the end.
So like on mine, it has like BB twice, CB twice. So that would be potential 2 increases to BB at some or over the course of the career.
Exactly. And
Okay.
then once you completely fill your table in, you move on to intermediate tier. So, and if you buy a skill, like I'm looking at yours right now, Sternwald, if you buy athletics, then you go over to the skills and attributes page and just put you fill in one of the dots next to athletics if you end up buying that
Right.
with one of your bonuses. If you do your BB, you just fill in one of the little dots next to BB, and it should increase it by 1 on your character sheet. But you also have a bunch of talents that you have to choose from. Indifference, second skin, tough as nails. I'm looking at
Right,
the 3 you
yeah.
have there. So you can go ahead and read those and select what you want from there. While people are selecting and choosing their skills and everything, maybe I'll leave you guys alone. Does anybody in chat? I haven't been watching chat because I've been so consumed with rolling here and walking through this. Does anybody have any questions? What have I missed here? Let's see. Awesome talent, says Jeff. Hey, Dustin's here. Hey, Dustin, thanks for dropping by, Dustin.
Some new stuff. That's right.
Adam's here. Game get canceled tonight, Adam? It's good to see you. It's good to have you here. Who else? We got Chromatic Chimera. They rated us. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Appreciate having you here.
Here we go.
Irene, you got a bunch of your crew is here representing. Are you muted?
I saw that.
Yeah. Oh, you're taking a break. Very good, Am. Well, thank you for being here with us while you have the break. Are you done with your table, Irene? Because you were the first to roll.
Am I am actually, if you look on June Arth, I have actually filled everything out.
Oh, I was gonna get you to roll next. So you did
what
your.
did you need me?
Oh, like, but you didn't do your dooming and all that.
No, I didn't do that. No.
I'm gonna just kind of go down the line, give everybody a chance to fill their stuff out. So let's go do your dooming and all that good stuff, and I'll go person by person now till we're done. Sound good?
Sure.
Perfect. I'm so happy you got your Ogre Blitzballer because you were
I
saying
am
in chat
too.
how badly you wanted to play that.
Like I had plans for each one. I had plans for like each section that I could have rolled. And I'm so happy that Blitzballer, my first one, was the one I got. Okay, so
encumbrance limit, initiative, and movement. That's just for the chat here, people watching. That's the next steps because the character sheet is smart, in quotes, kind of. It does that for us. It fills all that in. So we'll move on to the season of your birth. So another D100, please.
All right.
Yeah, Irene's a Blitzballer, Dustin. Is that awesome? Dustin runs. So he played in our Enemy Within games. He's over on Tabletop to Keyboard. Well, Wisdom check the other night. You watched it, Irene. Dustin, he runs also Zweihander over there, and yeah, so he's excited. He says that's awesome that you got Blitzballer.
Yeah.
All right,
play some Blitzball.
Play some Blitzball. Season of your birth, 98. You're Winterborn. Roll me a D100, please. 26. Numbers overwhelm might. Is your dooming. Numbers overwhelm might.
Oh no.
Let's see how old or young of a Blitzballer you are. Are you a retired Blitzballer? Are you in your prime? Are you a rookie? Let's see. Roll a D100.
Let's find out. Oh, that's a 1.
You are young. Oh, you're just getting into the game. You're, first round draft pick this season.
Nobody.
First overall draft pick. So you're young. So that means you don't roll any distinguishing marks because you're just a pup. Which is good and bad. I always like distinguishing marks. They're funny. They're there for comedic effect more than anything else. Your complexion. D100, please. 6. You have pale skin. You're a pale ogre. Build type. All right, let's see what position you play. Determined by your build here. 18. You're frail.
Frail.
You're frail.
Oh my god.
What are you? What would a frail position to Blitzball be? I don't know.
That would probably be either a blitzer or a lineman.
Yeah.
Or maybe a thrower. I personally did a blitzer.
Blitzer.
What are the speed positions? Like it's basically football, right?
Yeah, it's football.
So the blitzer would probably be the speed one.
Like fullback, right? The guys who run out and try and receive the quarterback.
Well, I mean, there's a catcher.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the one that catches the football from what it sounds like, or football, pigskin.
What position are you asking about?
For Blitzball?
Yeah, like what are the speed positions in football that we're trying to figure out how to translate that to Blitzball?
It probably sounds like it's going to be blitzer because blitzer literally is the speed thing.
Oh yeah.
Like,
she's the young, frail up and comer. All right, let's roll your height and weight for a frail ogre. Roll me D100. 68. You are 8.8 feet tall. You weigh 509 pounds. Yeah. That's frail for an ogre. 509 pounds and 8.8 feet tall. Let's do your hair color and eye color.
44.
44. Jet black hair. Get a weird eye color. That'd be funny.
I want a weird eye color. Do I roll again?
Yes, please.
33.
33 is medium brown. We didn't get the weird one.
That's fine.
Like ice blue or something like that. Your upbringing.
Violet.
Yeah, violet. Oh. Roll me another D100 for your upbringing, please.
27.
27. So your upbringing is forgotten. You're a latchkey child. And your favorite primary attribute is agility. So what that means is, as we go through this, your favorite attribute means when you buy focuses in that tribute, they cost half.
Okay.
So that's what you want to record it for if you end up buying focuses. Foci, I guess, would be the plural. Social class, another D100, please. Ooh. Oh, still just a burger, though, even with an 89. You're so close to aristocrat. So you start with 2d10 plus 2 silver shillings.
2d10 plus 2?
Yep. Yeah, you want to
16.
play Mutant League Football. Mutant League Football was good. 16 silver, that's good. I did play that back in the day, Dustin. Was it there's Mutant League Hockey also? I played more of that, probably because I grew up in Canada. Mutant League Hockey was bigger up here.
Of course.
Do you want to do a drawback to get the additional fate point?
I was thinking about it,
Okay.
but I think I'm gonna pass on this one.
Okay.
Maybe next time.
So then all that's left is your order and alignment. Again, this is fun to roll. Like, I'm not going to hold you guys to it if you don't want to. I'm not a big person of for alignment. Like, you're neutral. You have to play neutral all the time. But this is fun. It kind of adds flavor. 22. Cunning and deceit. Cunning is your order. Deceit is your alignment or your chaos.
I mean, that's perfect. Blitzballer.
All right. Irene's character, her ogre blitzballer is done. We're gonna move over to Will. Are you good to go? Did you fill in your 9 dots or selections?
I didn't, but I can finish it, throughout.
Sure. Sounds good. So all of this information I'm gonna recommend to put on the background section of your character sheet. So like in the middle again, there's that circle with the 0 in it. Right below that is a big box that says background. Just fill this in there. Like this is a lot of just kind of fluff and just character building text. So you can just put all this information there. And again, you can find it all in the compendium and you can copy and paste it over as well. So roll me a D100. We're going to find out what season you were born in, and then we're going to find out your dooming based off that. 58, Autumn born. Another D100. 51, what is your dooming? Your end will not be clean.
that could be pretty bad.
Yeah, that could be very bad.
Be literal. You're like face down in a pile of something brown and stinky.
Right?
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Or you just drink some bad water and then.
Oh.
Yeah.
This game would have a dysentery mechanic.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. There are diseases in this. Wait,
Where's
are
the
you immune
pox
to
homebrew?
disease? Someone's immune to disease. All right, let's do your age. Let's find out how old your elf is. Another D100, please. 31. You're an adult. So that means we get to roll 1 distinguishing mark that you've gained over your years. So another D100. What is your distinguishing mark? 67 is a patch of white hair.
Patch of white hair.
You've got a patch of white hair on your head. Something you're born with it. Maybe something caused it. Something spooked you. That's up to you to decide.
Lightning.
Well, you got struck by lightning. I watched The Great Outdoors the other day. What was the guy in there got struck by lightning like 66 times or something like that? He stutters the whole time. I haven't seen that movie since I was a kid. D100 for your complexion. 48 is your tan skin.
Okay.
Great Outdoors. Yes, Kirstrom. Yes, Great Outdoors. It held up much better. But it's a John Hughes movie. I didn't realize that. He wrote it. He didn't direct it, but he wrote it. So of course it's going to be good. Another D100 for your build type. Let's find out what size, what girth your elf is.
60. I already rolled a 67.
67? You're husky. You're husky build. You're well fed. You're big boned.
More to love.
Exactly. Roll me another D100 for your height and weight, please.
Will the husky elf.
24.
And 14.
14. You are 5'9" and 180 pounds. That's like average for a human. I guess not for an elf, though. D100 for your hair color. Straw yellow. Straw yellow with a shock of white in it. That's weird. It's gonna. Your eye color. Let's do another
37.
one. 37. It's
Emerald.
Emerald. Ooh.
All right.
Let's do your social class. It's going to determine your starting money.
31.
Ooh, you are lowborn. 3d10 plus 3 brass pennies to start.
Three.
21 brass pennies.
21 brass pennies. Big bucks.
Big spender. Do you want to take a drawback? So drawbacks will get you an extra fate point. Everybody starts with 1 fate point. Fate is like you get out of jail free. You could spend it if you get an injury. It undoes that injury. If you die, you can spend it. You're not dead anymore. So you take a drawback, character creation, and then you start with 2 fate points.
Yeah, I'll take a drawback.
All right, D100.
All right.
86. You got a veteran's boot. You got a wood foot, one of your feet. You got veteran's foot. Where is it? A boot. You cannot charge, maneuver, or run with movement actions without spending an additional action point. So maybe, whatever took your foot from you, maybe that's what caused that shock of white hair. I don't know.
The lightning went in the head and came up the foot. Blew the foot clean off.
All right, let's do your chaos and order alignment.
Okay.
That's the last roll for you. Yep. 13. Charity and piety. Or what you have. Charity is your order. Piety. Or pity, I'm sorry. Pity. Charity and pity is your chaos.
Cool.
All right, let's go to Adam.
Ooh.
D100. D100's from here on out.
Okay.
Season of your birth.
Get rid of that. All right. So unadjusted D100. Punch it.
96. You're winterborn also. Roll me another one, please.
Okay. 5.
5. Beware the toothless hound. No, I'm sorry. Warm winters bring hard frost. Warm winters bring hard frost. I like the toothless hound one, though.
Yeah.
Let's roll to see how old you are.
They're unadjusted D100. 36.
You're also an adult. You get 1 distinguishing mark.
Punch it. 75.
5. Pronounced brow. Very pronounced brow. That's what people notice about you when they first meet you. Roll for your complexion, please. Like the brow from Dick Tracy. This big, massive forehead. You are fair-skinned. Next is your build.
Oh.
You're normal. You're neither frail nor husky or any of those. Roll me another D100. Determine your height and your weight, please.
And what's the build of the brow?
So yeah, middle of the brow. And you were which ancestry? I'm sorry.
Human.
Human. Okay.
I opened myself to RNGesus
and it failed you. 6 feet even and 193 pounds. Hair color. But humans are all going to be boring hair colors. Where are you? Light brown. Eye color. Ooh, well, the higher the better. That's when we get the weird stuff. Ice blue eyes. Piercing ice blue eyes. with your pronounced brow or your protruding brow. You like frown at people, and your eyes just shoot through them. Your gaze just pierces them. Let's roll for your upbringing. Another D100. You are forgotten upbringing as well, and your favored attribute is agility. So again, that's for buying focuses later on. Social class, D100. Let's see if we can get an aristocrat out of one of the 5 players.
An aristocrat. I looked at the text, by the way, for the adherent, and it talks about like they're generally female and they run around doing like midwife stuff. So like I'm basically a nun here.
So Dustin, who's in the chat from Tabletop to Keyboard, he played one also when I was running Enemy Within. He didn't go for like you don't have to if you want to be a monk, you can. I honestly don't.
It might play really well with the like low fellowship score. Like people are expecting me to be female, maybe the robes are ambiguous, and then like it's just super awkward for everybody when I turn out to be a dude. What was the 46 applying to?
That is, you are burger status, so you start with 2d10 plus 2 silver shillings.
2.
Yeah, Dustin played one of those. It was a lot of fun. I think, Dustin, are you still here? Were you missing a foot also for yours, or was it a leg? Or that was Will's character who's missing a foot.
Yeah, I'm missing a foot.
Better.
I'm not missing. It's just made of wood.
Yes. Yeah. You have a wood foot. Sorry, it's not.
He knows where it is. It's right here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's upgradable.
You need
Maybe I'll get a metal boot later.
Literally stone.
Right.
Doesn't super watch himself in the crowds.
We're get that made out of mithril one day.
All right. Did you want to take a drawback at character creation for an additional fate point? Completely optional.
You've run this game a ton. What would you say the ratio is on drawbacks of like kind of meh to like really funny? Like how much entertainment drawbacks add for?
Oh, they had a ton of entertainment value.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. All right, for entertainment value, let's roll.
All right, it's another 1d100.
Yeah.
I rolled 10 silver shillings, by the way.
Okay, perfect.
Go. 14.
14. You're branded.
Branded.
You are one of the disenfranchised of society. The bonded, a serf, slave, or thrall. You are looked upon poorly by most society, treated with some manner of contempt or apprehension, if acknowledged at all. Most of those brands take great pains to hide the shame of your past. Perhaps they're even bastard born of an unknown father. It is up to you to decide. So whenever you interact with those who know you're branded and hold you in contempt due to it, you cannot succeed at fellowship-based skills to interact with them. So
this would have to be like an origin story thing, right?
Yeah. You've got a brand somewhere on your person that give away
background.
Give away.
I can work with that.
Your upbringing or something that happened to you at some point in your backstory. And lastly is your order and chaos alignment.
All right. More.
75. I can hear crickets. Someone's microphone is really good.
That's me.
It's okay. I'm just like, wow, somebody's microphone's really, really sensitive. Pride and arrogance. Pride is your order. Arrogance is your chaos. That kind of works also with what you got.
Yeah.
You're really proud of that brow.
Oh, that's a good. There's a good Big Lebowski reference there in the chat. Oh, Larry Seller's grandfather wrote branded. He did write branded. I'm a big fan of your work, sir. All right. Sean, we're over to you. D100 for the season of your birth.
5.
You are springborn. Another D100, please, for your dooming. What will be your undoing? See what happens, Larry? 15. Still waters run deep. Still waters run deep is your dooming.
All right, then.
Your age group, another D100. You're an adult
60.
as well. So let's roll. You roll for one distinguishing mark. 19. Burn scars on face or arms.
All right, then.
Something happened in your past. You got some burns on you. Some scars.
So do I just put for the age, I just put a number?
Yeah, you pick a number.
And what was the what's the range for?
It doesn't give a range. It just says adult.
Categories, right? Adult.
Like 26 to 70 is just adult, and then next is middle age, and then elderly. So you're just adult. You
Alright.
can just pick an age. Middle age would be, I don't know. What we want to make for middle age? 45, 50 and up? I don't know. I don't know what it is in the world of Zweihander. Adam, you tell us. When you're a gnome, so it's going to be different for you, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I picked 32 for now.
Let's roll your complexion, please.
10.
You're pale-skinned as well. Your build type.
And we got 27.
27. You're slender. You're slender gnome. Let's do your height and weight.
89.
Ooh. You're going to be on the bigger side for a little gnome. You were slender, so you're 4'11" and 125 pounds.
All right.
Adam says it's purposefully ambiguous, the age. They did it on purpose when they designed the game.
I think that puts it on you as the GM to decide.
You're 176. I don't know how old gnomes live in this setting. Let's roll your hair color, please.
Got a 95.
95. You have blue-black hair. And your eye color?
Oops. Blue. I'll type that in a second.
Blue-black with dark green eyes.
Yeah, if I could type. Okay.
All right. Now let's do your upbringing.
Got a 54.
Militant upbringing. Your favorite
works.
primary attribute is combat. That works for your warrior.
Yeah, makes sense.
Let's roll for your social class. So it'll also give us your starting money.
25.
Ooh, you are lowborn. 3d10 plus 3 brass pennies.
So we need 3.
That's a giant gnome. You're a giant
3D10.
gnome, Sean.
3d10 plus what?
3d10 plus 3.
25.
Ooh. You got a lot of brass pennies.
Where does money go? Oh, in the trappings?
That's a great question. Yeah, put it in your trappings. I don't know off the top of my head where it is on the character sheet.
There it is. It was brass pennies?
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
I'm never a player, so I don't know the player ends facing stuff that well. Do you want to take a drawback?
Sure.
All right, let's roll it. 15
15.
is branded. Reroll. We're not having 2 branded. We got one of those already. Roll again. We got
Another 15.
Oh, it's a
Another-
D100. Sorry, it's a
Oh,
D100
no,
roll.
sorry. Yeah. I picked
You
the
rolled
wrong
3
one. There we go.
15s. What are the
63.
chances of that, though? Painkiller. Painkiller. You escape the stresses of your daily life and the horrors of what's out there by self-medicating. Work with your GM to select a single addiction your character begins playing with. All right.
That sounds about right.
All right,
Where
we're
do I
going to figure out
put that?
addiction for you. Okay.
Does that just go under the background?
Yes, please.
All right.
Yes, he's a gnome sellsword. Is he a protector? Does that make him a guardian gnome? Yes.
Wow. You proud of yourself for that, Matt?
I'm reading the chat. I'm reading chat. This isn't. I can't take credit for this. I'm reading the chat out loud.
Oh, Care, are you proud of this?
Yep. I got a pun right on stream. All right, and let's roll for your order and chaos, please.
25.
Your order is dignity, and your chaos is vehemus. All right. A nacho. Let's go. Your last one. Let's do your season of birth. You are also Winterborn. We got a lot of Winterborn here. You're dooming. You've got reroll. That's warm winter brings hard frost. Did we get that already?
Yeah.
Okay, reroll. 63. Some things men should not know. Some things men should not know is your dooming. What are you going to learn that should not be known? Let's Let's roll your age when you're done that. 61. You're an adult. Wow, we got all youngins and adults. We don't have any oldie elderly folk here. Roll me your one distinguishing mark, please.
Yeah.
Everybody got all the way through without using their reroll. They could use it on age.
Yeah, they could. Oh, you have a weak chin. You
Oh,
got a weak chin. All right. You don't have that strong jawline.
like everyone has it.
Some like arcane ritual to transplant some of my brow down over to you.
Just graft some of his brow under your chin. Oh, that's good. All right, let's roll.
Deficit.
Let's roll your complexion.
Wait, I lost the.
90. Dark brown skin.
Where's complexion?
It's just you put all this in the background
Yeah.
field. It's all flavor. It's just
It's funny.
yeah, adds more stuff to your character. Your build type? 72. You're a husky fella. Roll me your height and weight, please. 34. You are 5'8" and 217 pounds.
I don't know what that is.
Oh yeah.
5
I don't know what that is in.
No,
I
me
think
neither.
that's a little. It's a little under 2 meters, if I remember correctly, because meters like what 3 feet roughly.
Yeah, it's roughly 3
Yeah,
feet
it's
a meter.
1 yard, roughly.
So you're just under 2 meters.
A meter is 3.3 feet. If I
Oh.
recall.
We use metric system up here too, but we use feet and pounds, even though we're on metric. That's all right. Go ahead. Let's roll your hair and eye.
76.
76. Your hair color for a human is ginger. You're a ginger. And let's roll your eye color. 38. Hazel. Red hair, hazel eyes.
It's eyes. And
Let's do your upbringing.
35.
35. You are industrious, and your favorite primary attribute is brawn. What was your profession again? Sellsword?
Footpad.
Footpad. You're an industrious footpad.
Weird.
Right? And go ahead and roll me your social class, please.
Yep.
There you go. The chats. This is the beautiful thing about chat, too. They just told you 1.72 meters is the conversion for your height.
Oh, nice.
63. You're a burger. 2d10 plus 2 silver shillings is going to be your starting money.
2d10 plus.
Plus 2. I forgot to mention this earlier, but did everybody grab their trappings for their profession? Something here. That's your starting
No.
gear. I don't think I mentioned that.
You did not mention that, but I went ahead and did that because
you-
that's a thing I do.
If you hop back over into your profession, everyone, it will list, or no, not your profession. I'm sorry.
In
Your archetype. Yeah, your archetype. It lists what your starting trappings are. So, like, if you go back to warrior, it'll say there's a section starting trappings. It'll tell you start with. There's one for commoner, academic, socialite. They all have their own starting trappings. That's your starting gear. So in the compendium, if you just look up whatever archetype you were, it'll tell you in there what your starting trappings are, and you can go ahead and just, again, copy and paste into your character sheet. It'll give you your starting weapons and all that good stuff. Because the money you get's not going to buy you shit. Not buying anything. Did you want to take a drawback?
What I'm an adult, right?
You're an adult. Yeah, adult human
Yeah.
footpad.
No, I'm okay.
Okay. And your order in chaos, please. Yes, one very industrious footpad. D100. 25. Oh, we got this already. Reroll. Cunning is your order. Deceit is your chaos. That kinda fits for a
That's
footpad.
the one I. That's the
Oh,
one I
did you have that
already
one?
have.
Irene has
Yeah,
it?
I have that
Okay,
one.
Reroll. We've already got that.
Okay.
31. Diplomacy is your order. Hypocrisy is your chaos. Diplomacy and hypocrisy. All right, so sorry, I forgot to mention your starting trapping. So that's your starting gear. The other thing that you get at character creation is a... What's it called? Another trapping. What is it called? What's the name of it? I just had it in my head.
An iconic trapping.
Iconic trapping. Thank you, Irene. You get an iconic trapping. So you get to choose one piece of gear. It could be anything that makes sense to your profession, your character. You can ask for it. I typically say yes. I'm usually not a hard ass about it. Like, so one of my campaigns, I had a smuggler, and he asked, could I have a horse and cart? Because I'm a smuggler, I'm going to be smuggling goods. Like, sure, that's your iconic trapping you start with. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like a weapon. Some people gravitate towards weapons or better weapons or gear if they're a fighty type. But if you want something just for flavor also that, makes sense to your character, you can have that as your iconic trapping. So that's something to think about as well. You get to just choose something that's not listed there that makes sense for what you've built.
Would you like us to let you know what we're thinking for that?
Yeah. Have you got yours determined already?
Yeah. So when I was reading, I believe it was the Ballers supplement.
Yeah.
They mentioned that in that supplement they have these Ballers have boxing gloves. Has one of the few regulated items that are allowed on the field. So what I'm thinking is, since we don't actually have the boxing gloves because it's not like in main gouge, but what we do have is a cestus.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking that for my iconic trapping.
Okay. Yeah, I'm more than okay with that. I like it.
This is like old school brass knuckles, right? It's like a punchy implement.
Well, it's a glove specifically that has like weights on the knuckles and stuff.
Sorry. Kind of like a sap, but instead of holding it in your hand, you're wearing it around your fist.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna ask, because it's meant to be an iconic trapping. Do you have anything like badass, like tattooed across, stenciled across the knuckles on your custom cestus? Like,
I've probably got the team logo.
Yeah.
So when you hit someone with it, it's like imprinted in their face or whatever.
Yeah. I'll come up with that later, I think.
All right, I like that.
Very cool.
Does anybody else have an idea for an iconic trapping? You can think of it between now and when we play next. Like,
I think I'm gonna need some time with the.
Yeah,
with the,
that's fine. Because it is basically choose whatever you want. It's an important choice.
Yeah, is there any kind of limitation on it as far as like value or something?
Well, yeah, I'm not going to give like I've had some people ask for like full plate armor. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
so,
it seems to be.
But it was my grandfather's.
Yeah, it's I inherited it. It's been in the family for generations. No, yeah, like it really depends, and it ties into the profession. Like, what's the hell's the one that we have on Sunday there? He asked for a cannon.
That was Mike. He was a crime overlord boss, right?
No, it's one of the professions out of Main Gouge also. In the picture, he literally is holding a cannon.
Oh, the armature?
Armature.
Yeah.
And he asked, can I have a cannon? And I was like, fine, I'll give you a cannon. It's in the damn picture. You can have a cannon. Yes, the armature. We have one of those because we started at intermediate tier with that adventure. There he is. Iron Citadel. He's literally got one hanging off of him with a chain.
Going through the sort of default trappings, I'm asked to choose soft shoes or leather sandals. And like, I've got a question for the GM, like, what climate are we in? Like, what are...
Oh, that's a good question. It's like fall weather. It's crisp.
Fall in a place that like gets brutal winter, or like fall in like Afghanistan, like...
That's a good question. It gets cold. Oh, I'm gonna say in Celsius, so that means nothing to you guys except for Ignacio. Right? So it's let's see, somewhere in the US, it'll be like like a it'll get still pretty damn cold winter. So we'll say like a Chicago sort of climate. Night hot in the summer, cold in the
Pretty damn
winter.
cold.
Midwest or whatever you guys. Even though it's not west at all, Midwest.
And in terms of weapons, it's offering me cudgel or staff or 3 throwing knives with a bandolier.
Yeah.
What little I know about the combat setting, like throwing knives let me keep my distance. Like, is there something I should look at in terms of my stats to know which one I'm going to suck less with? Like,
No, that's a good question. So it depends on the quality on the weapons. Really dictates how they function and perform. So what was your profession? Like, what was your build again? Oh, you're the adherent. You're the battle nun. I guess. Well, I don't know if you're a battle nun, but
least self-defense.
yeah.
So,
The throwing knife, they have the fast, finesse, throwing, and weak qualities. So you're for throwing, it's going to be 1+ perception bonus, yards for the range, and since it has finesse, that goes off of your agility.
okay.
So it depends on if you choose. And fast means it's harder for them to dodge because it's
Yeah.
coming at them so fast. And then I believe it was what, weak? So it means you can only
yep.
do you can't like take someone's head off with it. When it comes to injuries, you can only do like lower tier injuries with it. I sever their head with a throwing knife.
Is it going to weird you out if I don't choose staff from the default, and then like what I want for my iconic trapping is like maybe a gnarly staff?
No, that's fine. I that's fine. Goblin TV, Goblin Cave TV, thanks so much for rating us. Good to see you. I haven't been at your channel for a while. I got to stop by again.
Things worked out pretty good on my end. One choice is a walking cane as an improvised hand weapon. So it kind of goes with the wooden
Yeah.
Nice.
foot. Kind of blends in.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I forgot. Yes, the wooden foot.
Yeah.
Sean, how are yours looking?
How are my what looking?
Your trappings, like, have you selected what weapons as a warrior are you looking at right now?
Well, I'm just kind of switching around from the martial to the. Oops, get in there. I'm kind of confused though, because one of the things he gets is possibly an arbalest crossbow, which is a martial, I think, ranged, but that's not one of his skills. So how does that work out?
Yeah, so what that works is, if it's a skill, let me bring it up here. It's a great question. So martial has a little star next to it. Martial ranged and martial melee has a little star. Any skill that has a little star asterisk next to it means if you're not trained in it, it's flipped to fail. So say you roll a 37, you're going to flip it to a 73. You have to have a rank in that skill to get whatever you roll. So there's always a chance to succeed. It's just your chances are very low if you're not trained in a skill that has an asterisk next to it. So a martial ranged has that next to it. So I wouldn't, if you don't put any points in a martial range, I wouldn't recommend taking an arbalest crossbow.
Yeah.
Simple melee. Oh.
Yeah, maybe I missed that one because I'll have to go back and look because I don't have it in my list under the rewards and tiers. So I'm wondering if maybe I just missed that one, the martial range or martial ranged.
Maybe
when I was copying them over. Well, no, because there's only so many.
They don't. Yeah, you don't get everything, and some of them that you think you'd get aren't listed on there. I found.
Yeah. So okay. So our list doesn't make any sense.
Don't take it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
As your GM, don't take it. It's a bad choice.
Yes.
Pump the
So
brakes.
I mean, I'm being very open about making my choices for comedy value. If you wanted your primary weapon to be a thing, that
just always missing as the warrior of the group. Will, did you have a question? Sorry.
Yeah, with the skill rank simple melee, I mean that works fine with a walking cane, right?
Yes, it does. That's a simple melee.
Yeah. I kind of was behind the 8-ball on the skill ranks and stuff, but basically everything from your basic tier is on the table, right? From that.
Correct. Everything, yeah, that table that's listed for your profession is everything. You're transcribing it into that basic tier table, like exactly how it's shown, and then you'll just click 9 of the dots when you select like 9 of the things that you want off that table.
Okay.
Oh, it's 9.
It's 9. Yeah.
Okay. I thought we had 1,000 points and they were 200 each. So I picked 5.
Go ahead and pick some more.
All right, cool. Am I
you
marking this correctly? We're using the 3 dots to the right side of the name of the skill. That's where we mark our ranks.
Correct. And then the dots next to the bonus is where you put if you buy like ranks in that to the left of it. So like combat, I'm looking at Swift Fist. That's yours, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's Irene's. Where's Adam's here? So Adam on yours. So like, say if you bought a rank of combat bonus, I don't know if you have that. You'd mark it in the circles to the right of that box with the 4 in it, and then change that 4 to a 5. Yeah.
Okay. So like stat advances are under advanced and skill advances are okay. Cool. That's what I thought it was, but I wasn't sure.
Nope. All good. Not sure. What do you think? What do you got going on with your trappings and your iconic trappings?
I'm good. I'm looking for the weapons right now.
Okay.
Just switching from one place to another.
Do you have an idea for your iconic trapping?
No, not
Okay.
yet.
Did you, Sean? I forgot to ask you. Did you have an idea for yours yet? Or it's gonna be a next week sort of thing? You might be muted. Or he's
Who are you
doing
asking?
his tape. You, Sean.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was looking at things.
Did you have an idea for your iconic trapping, or is that still?
Possibly a ranged weapon. I got to look through them.
Okay. Yep. No worries. So, questions. If you guys have any questions, hit me up with them. Chat. If you guys have any questions while they're doing their characters here, you can also throw them in the chat, and I'll do my best to answer them. Hopefully, Adam's still here. He'll answer your questions for you.
kind of have like an abstract idea for iconic trapping, like a black book,
Okay.
like information on connections. I'm not sure what like the parameter of that should be, like within a certain city or a certain region.
Yeah, we could do something with that. We could actually do something fun with that. We could put a mechanic around it where we could tie a roll to it and see if it's somebody or something you've encountered before. Record it in your book. That's pretty cool. Yeah, what if you want to, like, again, you got the week to think about it. If you want to expand on it, you don't need to do it tonight. But we could do something really
Yeah,
fun.
I want
with
to go.
that.
I want to go ahead and go with it. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
Cool.
do that.
I like that.
Black book.
So when situations come up, just remind me that you have that, and we'll
Okay.
tie something mechanically into it, pull on it to get additional information out of. I like that. What's your favorite color, SM? I'm colorblind.
I'm realizing as I go through skills, I may have to reconsider my trappings. The only combat skill that I have in my basic set is simple melee, and a throwing knife is going to be simple ranged, isn't it?
Yeah, but simple ranged is not a flip to fail. You just won't have any further ranks in it. Like you'll get your base combat stat that it's based off of, or no, it uses agility instead, I believe. Irene said. So you'll use your agility as your base target number,
Okay.
but you won't get any bonuses because you won't have any further skill ranks in it. But it's not a flip to fail. Only the ones with the asterisks next to them are flip to fail. So like I think skullduggery. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Skullduggery, martial melee, martial ranged, pilot ride, counterfeit, education, heal. Those all should have little stars or asterisks next to them.
There.
Flip to fail if you don't have a rank in them.
Can you give us any sense as the GM of what utility handle animal is likely to have for us in the early game?
Skills.
I'm gonna say none. If you're looking to buy things that are useful, I will say look at something else. If you want to, unless you're going for a concept.
Like, even if you're like literally going to throw a parrot at us that I can like chat at for comedy.
So this is I'll tell you, it's a horror themed adventure in like a different realm almost for the majority of it. So the things you encounter are not parrots.
Not going to be natural animals.
Yeah, typically no. So yeah, you might want to skip handle animal and sink those points to something else.
All right, so I figured out my my item,
Okay.
blunderbuss. 'Cause that's simple.
Yes. Blunderbuss. So you got a shotgun. The only thing is, it takes 4 AP to load. So in combat, you have 3 AP per round, action points.
Right.
So it means you're gonna have to. You could spend a fortune point. You get fortune points. At the beginning of every session, you can spend a fortune point to reload your weapon all in one round, or you can just toss it aside and use something else. So it's just something to keep in mind. Is the load is quite high on a blunderbuss once you do because I think it just has the one shot on it.
Right.
If I'm remembering my historical weapons, though, Blunderbuss is really good in terms of just like grabbing any old trap.
Yes, right. You just
Yes.
you just load it up with garbage and pull the
Yeah.
trigger.
100%.
There's advantages to the Blunderbuss too.
Oh yeah, the blunderbuss is a very good weapon. It's just a pain in the ass to reload. But it does have shrapnel, so that means when you shoot, it uses the cone template. That's nice for hitting a whole bunch of things all at once. One of the few weapons that do that. Yeah, Jeff in chat. Cone template. He knows. Jeff's the author of Leather, Steel, Blood, and Bone supplement. Do you guys want to? Should we use it? I like using this. Do you want to use it? It's like basically like hit locations from the old Warhammer games.
Sure.
First, second edition. It's alternate rules, but it's fun. Like you get to roll on table, or like where the number you roll determines where you hit the target on their body, and then when you roll injuries against them, if you score an injury, then it gets a specific injury to that part of the body.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I definitely
like
want to
tables.
use that.
Okay, it's fun. Good supplement. Go and buy it. Go and buy a Drive-Thru RPG. Everybody's watching if you don't own it.
Yeah, I've already bought it.
Do you? I love it. It's a cool supplement.
Yeah, when I was a youngster, I bought the Warhammer Fantasy role-playing game and like tried to beg my friends to play it.
Yeah.
But they were always like so focused on pretending, redoing Lord of the Rings and Dragonlance in AD&D. I mean, they wouldn't let me do it, so never got to actually play. But
guys, I want to play this one where you're like a nothing and you're probably gonna die. Let's do that.
that was one of the cooler parts, was that kind of like targeting as far as.
It just adds a little bit of flavor to the
And
combat.
it's not overly complicated either.
No.
It's not like it takes.
Well,
yeah.
you take the roll that you already rolled, and that determines where you hit them on the body. It's like you don't even need to really roll that much additional. I dropped a link in the chat for those who are watching if you want to check it out and buy it. Very, very cool supplement. You get PDF, or you can do print on. I got the Drive-Thru RPG print on demand. There you go. Drop them links. Drop them links. It should be set up so you can throw them in there also. Janov. I believe. Don't quote me on that. I'm thinking maybe on Grim Perilous Plays. How's everybody doing? You guys have any other questions? Where are we at with character creation?
Question about the weapons part.
Yeah.
Weapons and attack. You see there's the weapon, the skill, load, handling, range, then scans the qualities, right? And then damage bonus, you put your CB or BB, whatever it is, and then damage and damage modifier. Should we complete those, or we just?
I'm on your character sheet right now. I'm gonna click the still out. So the character sheet's a little funky when it comes to damage. Let me just see how it's programmed. Oh, look at that. Critical fail.
Nice.
No, don't put anything in there. So, like you roll an 11. If you hover over that 11 for damage, it actually shows you the dice that were rolled. It breaks it out for you. So it's putting the 6 in there automatically. Some of my guys in one of the other games was actually putting a 6 in damage. So it was rolling the D6 Fury die plus an additional D6 plus taking their combat bonus, and they were getting just insane numbers. So yeah, you leave damage and damage modifier blank because it automatically, the sheet knows to roll the D6 on top of whatever you're using combat bonus or agility bonus or whatever it is.
Good. Nice. So I think I'm done. I just need the iconic trapping.
Yeah, looks good to me.
I'm also done except for iconic trapping. I feel like I took too much stuff. Do you want to like double check me that I didn't?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it all away from you anyway, so it doesn't even really matter. No.
Right, but
That's right.
The right amount. I don't want to provoke the wrath by like I don't want more punishment than I've earned.
I'm
looking at you. Yeah.
We should talk about encumbrance also.
Yeah, I'm kind of lazy when it comes to encumbrance. I don't ever enforce it. It's one of those things like alignment encumbrance. I'm just like, it's there.
That is so valid.
I don't know. Is that bad? I've never really enforced it.
No, I mean, no, it's not bad.
It's a
It's
good
not bad
question.
at
It's a
all.
valid question. Because I never use it though. I'm not an authority on it. If you are, Irene, you can tell
Oh,
the others
well,
about it. But I never
Well,
use it.
if we're not using it, then there's no reason to go over it.
Yeah.
Can I
You guys
take a
are-
moment to just express my shock that the GM who let a guy have a man-portable cannon in one game does not enforce it? I'm just so surprised.
Good point. Good point. Thank you.
Unprecedented.
Accurate. I'm all about, like, if you have a concept you want to play some, let's just do it. Let's not let a stat determine that you can't carry something. I don't know. I find that silly, but that's
Right.
just me. Whatever. Some people like that. There's no right
We'll say
or wrong way to do
we're
it.
in, like a room full of loot, and you want to force us to make hard decisions about what all we can steal. Like, I'm totally fine with you reversing that decision.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, I agree. When you've got you go in a room and there's like gold everywhere. It's like, I'm gonna put it all in my pockets. Like, no, you're not. No. Now you need a cart.
See, that's called the common sense rule of encumbrance.
Yes, yeah. I don't really enforce it, but like initiative, we're
There
gonna
we
use
go.
on.
We just went
the
over
sheet.
encumbrance, as it will be in our game.
Yeah, movement. We're gonna use that number we use when we get into combat. That'll actually dictate our movement. But encumbrance, I'm not a fan of in any game.
Does that mean I can or can't just carry all the dead bodies to build cover?
You can. Just on your little gnome back, you just got like
Right,
a
right,
giant
exactly.
pile of bodies that you carry
Right,
around at all
right.
times.
Right, like a
Oh, that's grim.
Nobody's.
You're a
They never
profession
even
that,
see
like-
you. You're
That's
just
right.
A mass of
Right.
flesh.
Salvages and steals dead bodies.
Yeah.
The resurrectionist. It's based off like a real medieval profession. You're like, like scientists to do cadaver science.
Bring out your dead. There you go. Exactly.
That was cool world building when I was familiarizing myself with the system.
Do you guys have any questions about the system? Let me ask you that. We'll learn as we go. Like, you don't need to be experts on the system. Like, we're not gonna start tonight because we've only got like 10 minutes left or whatever. So we'll start next week. There will be combat, so we'll walk through combat. Again, this is like a learning session for everybody, so I'll walk through combat, we'll walk through how it works, how action points work, what you can do, what you can't do in combat. So a lot of it's just gonna happen organically as we play, rather than like read the book and know it. We'll go through it together. But like in regards to character creation, do you guys have any questions where we're at now, or with the character sheet, or any of this stuff that we've done tonight?
Can I have a leather as iconic trapping?
Another one, or do you have
A
one?
leather. No, I don't have one.
Okay, what is it?
I do have one.
I don't know.
Get one. Have you claimed it yet? I think is the question.
Did you think one up?
Hmm?
Did you think one up or no?
Can I have a leather armor?
Another one?
I don't
Like-
have one. I don't think so.
No. So you still
Take
need
the
to.
names.
You still need one.
Dark clothes, leather drags. No, I don't have a leather.
Oh,
Just need
Turkey
one. Can I
leather
have one?
leather for your iconic trapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, leather armor. Sure.
You're a sellsword, right?
Yeah. I'll
I'm
give
a
you-
No, I'm a footpad.
You're a footpad.
So why would your footpad have leather armor? Sell me on this.
Why not?
Oh, that's a rock solid argument. I guess so. Case closed. Leather armor.
Who in the right mind was going to combat without a leather? It doesn't make sense.
All the rest of your party. Does the warrior start with Brigandine?
The warrior start
Out of
with
I'm not giving you better armor than a warrior.
no, I don't remember. Wait, let me find spear, heavy boots,
'Cause you're-
military. Oh no, leather. Okay, no, warriors has leather.
Yeah, if that's the best that a warrior gets, and
And the ranger is the other one that has armor. It's hide armor.
hide. You could have quilted.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, it's a
I'll
comp.
take
We'll
quilted.
meet in the middle. We'll meet in the middle. I like it. Let's drop my book. That's all right.
Oh, man. Speaking of dad jokes, why is leather armor the best for sneaking around?
Why?
Oh no.
Because it's literally made of hide.
And on that note, good night, everybody. Yeah, we could
I
wrap it up.
apologize for nothing.
Yeah. Regret nothing. No.
Yeah, my only question is, it doesn't even have to be right now, but double check my sheet, make sure I didn't buy more than I'm actually.
Yeah, I'll take a look. I didn't see any trappings on your sheet. I took a peek in there.
Or did I forget to paste them in? I got
Maybe.
a note too.
Yeah,
Okay.
because like you go to trappings, you have to add each of them individually, like add a line for each one. So I don't see anything on there. I see your talents, but I don't see. There's nothing under trappings on your sheet.
Before I put too much work into it, actually, I kind of want to run an idea for an iconic trapping by the party more than necessarily the GM, because I think you're likely to be okay with this. But the idea of a staff, there's a kung fu weapon. I can't remember the proper name of it, but it's like a monk's staff. The top of it is like a metal circle with metal hoops on it. Like as you're walking, the
I know what
action
you're talking about.
shakes the hoops, and like it makes this chime, and it's a very functional thing, basically broadcasting to bandits who like hear somebody coming and they're trying to make up their mind if they're going to mug you on the road. Like this person A has taken a vow of poverty, they don't have anything worth stealing, and B, they know kung fu. If I build that out, like it's probably going to give me some kind of bonus to the religious intimidation thing that I've already got going on where people don't want to attack me, but it would also probably make stealth impossible. So if that's going to step on something somebody else in the party who's going to be walking with me wants to do, then I don't want to do it.
Well, we do have a foot pad.
Your foot pad is your. He went for that with sneak attack. That's what he wanted.
Okay. So if that doesn't work for you, like maybe we, figure out a way to baffle it sometimes and, turn it off and on if the GM's cool with that, or I can just go with another idea. That was just my first thought. I'm not married to it.
You can go with it.
Right on.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. If I have to sneak, I have to go alone. I won't be carrying anyone else with me because sounds and everything. Except you're as stealth as I am. If not, doesn't make much sense to bring someone that's unstealthy.
So, Adam,
Who brings to that? Who tries to sneak attack with a dwarf with a full plate armor? It doesn't make sense. No.
I do.
You do?
No.
the staff you're referring to, its English name is a pewter staff.
Pewter staff.
Yeah. It's got a bunch of different names from different various from various Asian countries. Like in Sanskrit, it's called I want to say that's the kakara. I don't know how to pronounce most of these words.
Pewter Schmidt. I don't know what that's from. I can't remember. What is that from? Pewter Schmidt.
That was Lois's
Yeah, I was just
family.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
In-law family. Like,
I don't even watch that much Family Guy. I don't like it that much. The Pewter Schmidt.
Go Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I recognize that immediately.
Wow.
And it's actually used for driving away tigers more than anything.
Oh, okay. It was explained to me as like scaring away bandits, but it tracks. You also wouldn't want to surprise a wild animal on the road.
Mm-hmm.
It's like bear bells.
Well, prayer bells if you could hit somebody in the face with them.
No, bear bells. We have bears out here. You go on a trail and you got bear bells with you. Same idea. You scare them away. There's tiger bells.
Are you in moose country? Also,
I think we have moose around here. I don't know. You see more elk and deer than moose.
the first time I saw a video of a moose like next to a car, it's like taller than the car.
Oh, they're huge.
Like they get so freaking big.
Massive. Well, that's it for tonight. We'll circle back. We'll chat in the Discord also. We got the Discord. We keep talking about iconic trappings, and you guys can chat about the party and the group and all that other stuff. Like, there's no reason you have to save it for stream. Like, we've got our own channel, so we can talk there. So we'll be back next week, Wednesday. I don't never run games. I was at Tuesday. Next week, Wednesday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll kick off the In-Between. Session 0 is done. Tomorrow night I'm running the Hellboy RPG. So it just hit Kickstarter today. And we're going to run the Quick Start Adventure tomorrow night over on our sister channel, twitch.tv, Grim and Perilous Plays. So we're going to run the Hellboy adventure over there, which is going to be really fun because I'm a giant Hellboy fan, so I'm excited for that. And then, what else do we got going on? Sunday night, back here on Zweihander RPG, where we'll be doing, more Zweihander. We'll be doing our Monsters game. But I'll put a link to our other channel here. The other channel, Grim Perilous Plays, is comprised of people who are in Grim Perilous Studios. We run other role-playing games there. Sometimes you'll see people streaming video games, what have you. It's just whatever else we got going on. So you'll see, I'm running Alien over there as well. Who was it in chat? Pyro Gun was watching Alien over there. I freaking love that game. It's so good. Alien, the role-playing game. But tomorrow night, Hellboy, which is really exciting. We'll be the first people to stream that, so it'll be good. Thank you to my players for joining us tonight and doing character creation live with everybody in stream. We had a lot of people here. They were enjoying it. I didn't get a chance to really see the chat. It was moving the whole time, but I was having so much fun building characters because it's an experience. It truly, I think, it fleshes out your character by rolling all those things, even though a lot of it is just kind of like backstory. It just kind of gives you more of a three-dimensional being when you're done than just like, I'm a fighter. Like you get with some games that we won't name. I'm a fighter.
I'm actually pretty stoked to be playing this Courtier, however you say it. Might want to look that up.
I think it depends on how French you are.
Yeah. I mispronounce stuff all the time, like Woda said in the chat earlier, so don't worry about it. They'll just blend in here with me. I mispronounced the characters' names like for like 4 or 5 weeks on end before I finally get it right, and then the game ends. So that's fine. It's fine.
Working with the roles and then like the skills I picked, I'm going for like this guy's an elf because he's somehow, he's not where he belongs. He's like among humans. And instead of being educated and actually learning things and he knows things, he's just very like guile, he's just a trickster. He bullshits people. He kind of like makes things up, flowery stuff. They think he knows what he's talking about. He really doesn't. That's like the direction it goes with that. And
I'm interested to see how this group comes together because you are so all different, right?
Mm-hmm. Is that a thing we're gonna like? Is that a thing we want to decide on, between the weeks, or are we gonna, do we come together with the group?
No, let's do it in the Discord. Like, if you guys want to start coming up with stuff, I have some questions I could also throw to you. It just kind of create a little backstory as well if we want through the week on the Discord, and it's kind of fleshes out some of the bonds that may exist or may not exist in the group as well. And then when we come back next week and play, we can talk about all of that. But
I am down for that.
Okay, let's do that. Let's look for somebody to raid because we've been raided twice tonight. We got to return the favor, and I always forget to do it, and I feel bad for it. What game do we want to support out there right now, guys? That we got going on? Let's see. We got some Star Wars. We got some Fallout. We've got Design a Tabletop RPG. We got.
There's a Fallout RPG.
Well, it says Far Out Equestria, so I don't know if that's Fallout with horses.
Yeah, that's one of the My Little Pony crossover things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's going on. We could do that. What else? There's some Pathfinder 2. I'm trying to find if there's anything else like Zweihander out there or Warhammer that we can go raid or something. Nah, there isn't. Let's I'm trying to see if any of my friends are streaming. None of my friends. I thought Chuck and them were streaming tonight. I don't see
They just
them.
Finished.
Did they? Son of a gun. Okay.
Jen and Brendan came in to lament that they were like, oh, we wanted to catch some Zweihander here too.
Oh, well, thanks for joining us. But all right. Well, we'll drop this into a Savage Worlds podcast that's being recorded. I like Savage Worlds.
Yeah, that's cool.
We'll do that over on Happy Jacks RPG. We'll raid them. So stick around, watch them do some Savage Worlds, and thanks for joining us, everybody. It's a lot of fun. I like character creation. This is always good times, especially with new players to the game as well. So thank you, everybody, for joining us in the viewer seat, and thank you to my players. Let's raid.
All right, see you guys.
Raid.